14th. Beautiful morning. Had a little rain last night. Nothing much happening here except more blooming going on with the apples. You can kind of see their progression. Got a little tiny, that is an Italian prune tree. Last year we were supposed to pick all the blossoms off the first year so that it could just focus on growing a little bit, but it's blossoming this year, so maybe we'll have just a few little pieces of fruit there this year. And then this right here is a peach tree. I think I talked about these last year, but last week. But anyway, those are coming out good. Haven't planted anything yet, haven't got anything in the ground, but I don't want to jump the gun either. So this I set out for my little boys to have their own little plot of gardens, so they'll be planting a few things in there. I have two little blueberry bushes here. Last year, these were not in the shot for the sprinkler, and we bought them last year, and so I was really afraid that we had lost them. And it just happened that we didn't water them frequently enough. And you can kind of see in this area, this whole section here, what we did originally is lay down newspaper and cardboard, and then at least 4 layers thick, and then put mulch over it. You can kind of see in this area where there's quite a bit of grass growing up, and we've kind of fought with that. But it is easy, and what we're doing this spring is, you can kind of see there, we're kind of redoing some bisections, kind of pulling away and putting a new layer of cardboard and newspaper, and then covering it back up, and hopefully that'll help reduce the weeds a little bit. We were going from an area that was very, very weedy, and I think in some areas the kids did it and they didn't do quite as good at not having any chinks in the armor, so to speak. So these blueberries, I'm just gonna pull away a little bit the mulch, put a new covering of newspaper all the way right around to the base, the base of the blueberry plants, and then cover it back up with mulch. Those are rose bushes. Those are, no pun intended, a thorn in my flesh. I don't know how to deal with the grass that comes up in between them, but I love the roses, but we'll have to see what happens there. So I'm going to baby these blueberries. I've heard coffee is good. We've put coffee grounds on them sometimes this spring already. And what else did I want to talk about here? I can't remember if I talked about this last week or not, but along this fence is the other place that we've kind of fought back the weeds, because the neighbors, the runners come from over there. So kind of hard to see, but there's quite a bit of grass there. So we'll keep fighting that. And wanted to take you to the greenhouse again. I'll just show this really quick. When we were making the garden, I kind of wanted to figure out the most economical way to separate, to make a separation from the garden area to the grass. And we don't have tons of extra money sitting around, as most people don't. And so what we did is we have a lot of rocks in our area, and we just cut kind of a curved line. And it doesn't look all that pretty. Maybe next week I can show you that I got it all accomplished, but because in the spring we kind of need to lift the rocks back up and make that gully. But I started here, and I just dug a straight line so that there's a separation there, and the grass doesn't want to grow into the garden section so much. And then just put, lined up rocks, and put, again, the newspaper right up to the, to the edge, and then put the rocks on top to try to minimize the grass that grows. There's still a little bit that does, but so anyway, so I think that it looks nice, and kind of just provides that visual barrier, and an actual barrier from the grass, not doesn't want to jump across there too much. Okay, to the greenhouse. Well, I've got bad news. Here's the greenhouse stuff, and you can see it's grown a lot. Really exciting. But we've had a little visitor, at least one, and I think it's a mouse. The neighbor thinks it's a mouse. And okay, so you can see here these are these are the these are oh these are cucumbers, and this in the middle is the sorrel plants. Um, okay, then there's this is green bell peppers, but those don't look like peppers to me. That's weird. And those do. Okay, you know what? I think I got those switched. That's funny. Okay, anyway, those must be the pumpkins that I planted. But now you can see here these four are bell peppers, and you can see that the seedlings are just laying there, and like this one's been completely bitten off and um, just uprooted. So I'm gonna have to completely start over with those. Those take a long time longer um, to germinate, and it's really too bad. I'm gonna have to do something about the mouse. And don't say, "Oh, how terrible," because my family's precious too, and and I just want the plants to grow. So anyway, I've got green onion here, cilantro, um, and some summer savory, thyme. This is the purple basil. You can kind of see some of the purple stuff, um, and then the regular basil. And here, see that they must like the peppers the best because this is what's. I mean, you can just see the little tiny green stick coming out, and there's no leaf on it, and there was before, so it's really too bad. So we'll see what we can do here. You can actually see that it's been bit off here. And there's bok choy and Brussels sprouts there. And here's the jalapeno peppers plants, and they're just truncated. They're just chopped right off. Really too bad. And the tomatoes, I don't think that it must like tomatoes as much because the tomatoes are doing okay. That's really good. Honeydew into the squash, cucumbers. No, this is all squash, I think. So those are really coming along good. They grow so quickly. It's warm in here. We just have a little, you can see there, it's a little, it's 73 degrees right now, the soil is. So I just cover these with a blanket right now at night, and we'll see if we can get some. I may have to get starters from the store because I don't know if we have time to replant. I may try to do that today and see, but I'm going on vacation next week, so hopefully the neighbor can take care of my plants for me while we're gone. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to share. So we will give another update in a little bit. Thanks.